Okay guys, welcome back to another video. Today I will be talking a little bit about how you can improve 7 ways you can improve your fitness and your diet right now as a man, and as you are on your maybe on your fitness journey, well on the way on your fitness journey, or whether you just starting, whether you just you heard about fitness and you try to go down with a friend or some shit, um, or you just want to hear it about yourself, find out what the fuck the gym is and all that shit, you just heard about that shit and you want to figure that shit out, all that. So if you trying to like figure that out and like figure that like how you want to get your fitness goals aligned and actually get and crush them this year. 7 ways you can crush your fucking fitness goals, crush whatever goal setting or whatever milestone you got forward looking into this 2024, fitness wise. So I'll be breaking down 7 things that can help you with that. So first of all, have a meal prep. And when I'm talking about meal prep, I'm talking about have a diet, have a schedule of your diet, like have an incline on your calories, have an incline of how much fat you eat, how much sugar you eat, how much carbs you eat, how much vegetables you eat. All these things, you gotta have that in incline. Gotta have that in your system, and it's like figure that shit out, because it's like you need to know what you eat and when you eat it, because it's not only your intake, but it's also when are you eating these things, like when are you eating this food. Do you do it right after a gym session when you come home, or do you do it later? Like, do you come home and be like, yo, like you eat maybe some, you maybe eat some rice, some chicken, some vegetables, like some like that's pretty much that's high calories and that shit. So it's just like, like you have to figure out how much you eat in a single day, whatever it is. If it's sugar and all these things that just listed up, you need to figure out how much you ate of that and how much you because it can, especially if you're trying to lose weight, because it can also be your fitness goal to lose weight or to gain muscle or to all these different things, in the fitness spectrum. All these different things, like have you whatever goal you want to, like, and first of all, you start with the nutrition, you start with the food, you start with what you put into your mouth, because that's also placed into your fitness, to your overall fitness reality. Because as you know, our body is a vehicle that needs high maintenance, and for that to fully function and for that to fully be in tune, you need to put the right nutrition into your body, and that's on a daily basis. You need to put the right amount. You need to put the right things. You need to know when to eat those things. You need to, as I told you need to know your meal. Basically, you need to know what to put into yourself and how that's gonna affect your training later on, and whatever that's your goal going forward. So keep that in mind, that your meal and your shit needs to be together. I'm talking about, you know, your your fitness training. Your meal and your fitness training needs to be aligned in like symmetric type shit. You know, you need to figure that shit out because yeah, it's important. Because as much as you train, you can train all day, but if you ain't putting the right shit in your body, that shit ain't gonna mean anything. At the end of the day, it's gonna amount to nothing if you ain't putting the right nutrition into yourself and into your big vehicle. So remember what you eat, how much you eat of it, and when you eat it is the three most important things when it comes to meals and when it comes to your overall nutrition of your and well-being of your body. Number two, then we have high intensity. When you go down to the gym, how hard do you push yourself? Because most people claim that they push themselves 100%. They give 100% all the time at the gym. They are almost about to pass out, and you know, like they just give themselves like 1000%, and they sweating, and you know, like the sweat once off the t-shirt and shit. You know, the t-shirt's all sweats, and you know they just done. You know, after the workout, and for most people that maybe is true, but for some that maybe isn't really true, because the high intensity, to keep a high intensity in your training, you need to be ultra focused. And in the gym, you know, there's multiple people, there's multiple new things that's going around you. There's distractions. There's all these things at your phone, social media. There's, you know, all this shit you look at, because I guess you people be having phones with you to your gym. So yeah, so your phone, people around you, girls, men that want to talk with you. You know, all these different things that distract, like that disrupt your training and disrupt your what you essentially trying to build, what you essentially trying to do, you know, for yourself and for your betterment in the gym and for your most healthy self in the gym. And you know that high intensity, once you get disrupted in your training, you really ain't holding that high intensity, because you know it's just like how you gonna hold high intensity when you keep getting into talks maybe, or you keep looking around, seeing what's going on around you, and you ain't paying attention to your own rhythm. You ain't paying attention to your form. You ain't paying attention to what you really do. You're just like you do the drill a little bit. Maybe you do what's called bench press. You do the bench press. Let's say you rep in 10 out of 15 reps. You doing your reps. Then you put the bar down. Then you take your phone up. You look at your phone. You look around. See there's people around you. Get distracted. Maybe you sit on your phone for 10 minutes, like 5 minutes maybe. And maybe somebody comes up to you and starts a dialogue with you or something. You know, there's a lot of factors in the gym. That's why you need to be focused. That's why you need to be fucking, you know, like almost like ultra focused in that shit, because it's just like you ain't gonna get the results if you ain't trying to give it your all. If you ain't keeping that high intensity every single training. What also plays along here is consistency. Consistency is also you know, it's magic, because it's like if you can on a consistent basis keep that high intensity in the trainings, you're gonna see the results. As I've talked about, it's just like keeping a routine to things that you want to do like really doing it, and you know, your high intensity training, if you get disrupted and shit, you can't keep that high intensity, because how you find to keep that high intensity if you keep looking around, seeing if there's people, seeing what the fuck happening around in the world, you know, on your phone and shit, social media. It just kills your momentum, and that you can't have if you're trying to reach your goals, your gym goals, whatever it is, in 2024. You can't be having your high intensity workouts such as cardio, such as shipping, such as boxing, such as, you know, like running, bicycling, you know, all these things. You can't do that if you're constantly worried about the next man and how he doing over at his or her workout. You can't be worrying about that shit, because at the end of the day, it's you versus you. And your high intensity means more for your growth and for your workout to be great. That's what you want. You want your shit to be great. You want your workout to be great. You want your shit to really, you know, give results. So keep that high intensity to your trainings. Keep that high intensity. Keep going like that, you know. Keep a high intensity, and always take yourself out there where you like, you know, about to pass out type shit. You know, you need to be out there, because it's just like, it's there where change happens. It's there where shit gets changed and shit. You know, you start seeing the result that you so happily desire. So high intensity, number 2. Number 3, keep consistency. And I touched on it a little bit just before. I said consistency is so important. And why is consistency so important? Consistency is important because you need to do the same drills to perfect them. It's just a student at a game. If you're a student and you're trying to learn a new game, you don't get better by doing it where you apply it one time. You don't get better by applying it 2 times. You get better by applying it every single day. The same drill, the same training workouts, the same diet, the same meal preps, the same everything, the same consistency, the same focus, the same momentum, the same rhythm, the same everything, you know? Like, if you do that on a consistent basis, you can reach your goals 99% out of 10 times. I haven't seen a moment where that wasn't the case. Because if you're really about it and you really want to change, you're going to change how you work out. If you really figure out how works best for you, and you really focus and double down on that shit, it's really gonna pay off, and you're gonna see it in the long run. It's gonna give results no matter what. If you really want it that bad, and you really are willing to really like work and really like do something that's actually gonna create that consistency for you, and create that easier consistency for you, and make you actually want to, you know, figure out how you you know, be better at shit with consistency, and be better at your workouts with consistency, and over consistency you're gonna see results. So it's about that. It's about doing it every single day, even the days you don't want to. That's the only way you see results. And most people already know this, because it's you know, like, so just keep applying shit and keep doing the same thing. Shit, it's gonna give results. The results that you want is gonna come 100% if you keep that consistency on it and double down on it and focus. So number 4 is gonna be have have fun while you're doing it. I don't believe in anything is worth it if you ain't having fun while you're doing it. And to work out for me is fun. I found out that is a hobby of mine. That's an activity that I find fun. I find helpful, but I also find it fun. I also find it it helps me. It helps my focus. It helps my energy level. It helps my mood. It helps so many different areas and spectrums of my life that I'm really grateful for, you know. So it's just like to work out is also it also gives you a mental shift in what you can and is capable of as a man. It can turn you into a different man. If you've never worked out before and you start doing that shit on a regular basis, it can change you. It can change your mindset. It can change your mental. It can change your body. Obviously, it can change the way that you look at things and approach things, such as your career, such as your family, such as your girlfriend if you have one, such as your friends. You know, it can apply to different areas of your life, not just the physical aspect of your life, but it can apply to different ways you look at things, different ways you react, how you see things, you know. Like, it can apply to different shit, you know, and you can also get through a lot of shit with that, because for example, if you battling with a lot of depression, if you battling with a lot of shit that's going on in this wicked world, if you battling with a lot of with maybe not so many friends, or you may be battling with that you don't have the circle that you want around you. You maybe don't have a strong father figure. You maybe don't have a strong mother figure. Whatever it can be in your life that you are missing. I'm not saying that fitness is automatically gonna help on that specific area, because it can't help if you are lacking something emotionally. It cannot really help that, but it can heal you in ways that really locates to that, if you understand. Like, it can really help you figure out like shit that you maybe, it can help you with figuring shit about yourself that you really didn't know. You really didn't know your limits and the way of you know, the way of that you could actually, you know, like take things, because you didn't know that you maybe had it in you to motherfucking do things differently. Once you start fitness, it can really help you with building that confidence and emotionally. I told you that, like, emotionally, it can also help you with like seeing things for what they are and not being so emotional about events that happens in your life, because fitness makes you stoic. Fitness helps you build your mental game and helps you be more resilient about stuff. And I'm not saying it's gonna fix your family problems or no, it's gonna fix your problem with your brother or sister or aunt or uncle or what the like it's not gonna fix all them family problems, no. But it's gonna help you with developing you and with developing your mental. I guarantee that, because I've been through it myself. It's gonna give you a refreshing way of thinking and a refreshing way of approaching life in general, for real. So it can really change lives. That was my fifth topic. It can really change life. Number 6, fitness is a man's tool. It's a way for us to also, you know, experience with our strengths. Like since old days, we've done this. Like as men, we meant to be strong. We meant to be marked with with muscles all over our body. We're meant to be masculine, and what better way to do that other than consistently work on your body and consistently work on your appearance as a man, and that you appear of somebody that's disciplined. Because when you take your shirt off, people can see that discipline. If you go to the gym, people can see that you are whipped. People can see that, okay, he's a consistent worker in that gym. He's a consistent worker that wants to get out, that gets out of his way to get the best body possible for him. He's somebody that that's disciplined and can actually be consistent on something, because it's not all people that can be consistent on fitness, because sometimes you want to go, sometimes you don't, but to have that fucking consistency that every single day I'm fucking ready to go, every single day I'm ready to fucking conquer, every single day I'm ready to go to war with myself and conquer myself and be better, be 1% better every single day, and be 1% and become stronger, become more ripped, become more swollen. That's what you want. You want to look like a fucking man when you walk out here, man. You want to look like you got some fucking muscle on you. That's the real flex right there. Like you can actually you have this aura around you when you like after you get to, and it's just like you get more get more confidence, and people can sense that. That was the way I'm in with aura. You get more confidence and people can sense, and it radiates to be aura. Like it just creates a aura of confidence around you that people can sense off, and it just helps you in any type of way. And you can direct that into different settings of what you want to create, whatever it can be. So really take that in. Fitness can really help you in different ways, and and it can, if you do all these things and you really be consistent in it, it can change your life, and it can do something for you. And for you to reach your goals, you need to have better discipline with yourself, and you will get that by fitness automatically. If you go every single day, it will create a sense of discipline that is installed in you by you just going, even the days that you don't feel like it. And that's the only way you're gonna reach your goals, is to go after it every single fucking day and trust the process and be a fucking animal out here, fucking conquer everything. Because who's gonna stop you? Once you get there and you get a little confidence in you, you're coming in, big jump. Who's gonna stop you? Nobody. Because you have got that confidence in yourself now. You know yourself now. Because you figure out that you are capable of so much more than what you believe you are. And it's all installed in us. We just gotta figure out how the fuck we get it. We get other, most important, ourselves to see it, but also other people to see it in our presence. Alright, so that was this for this video. Thank you for watching, man. And keep grinding.